Welcome to the video showing the framing of our new home. These first few shots are just of the basement walls being placed and set up. Don't have any time-elapse video of that, but this is what the first section looked like with the walls in the basement. Next, they started setting the I-joist in place for the first floor. They had to place some LVLs in the right spots, and then some rim boards, and then they placed these I-joists. I really do like an I-joist system for a floor, except for when it comes to setting HVAC supplies and returns. That creates a little bit of a problem. Once all the I-joists get put in place, we need to do blocking so that we can backfill against the walls. That's these blocks here. And the stairwell as well. We have to do a special across the top of the board in order to strengthen it and backfill against it. Superior walls require this before you do any kind of backfilling against their walls. And now is for the installation of the subfloor. We like to use 3/4 inch tongue and groove Advantech for the flooring. Makes a nice quiet floor to walk on, and it's good and solid and semi-weatherproof, so if it rains on it, it doesn't bother it. But after the subfloor goes on, then they start to add the walls, and it starts to look like a house at this point. And that's it. After one day of framing, we have a first floor starting to go in shape. Michelle and Cammy had to make a cameo. The dining room and the kitchen are framed. The foyer is in place. Second day, they start putting up all the cross bracing to make sure all the walls are plumb and square. So then they can start on the second floor system. They have to put these LVLs in place again to span spans and make support before they start filling in with the I-joist. Now I have a little bit of drone footage just to show you what it looks like from the bird's eye view of the second floor, getting the subfloor put on. Again, we're using Advantech 3/4 inch tongue and groove with a little construction adhesive. Once all the subfloor is down, then it's time to stand some walls up on the second floor. There is the first wall. Moving the lumber in and out. Standing up walls, building walls and standing them up. The house really starts to take a little bit of shape here. Do some cross bracing. Some LVL placement for the roof. And then they'll start putting in the roof rafters. This is the living room roof coming in. As you can start to see, the roof's being in place. The master on the left has been framed, and they're working on the soffit fascias, the framing for all that, and then placing some decking for the roof. You start to see the shape of the house. It's a modern house and has a lot of flat roof design to it. What we were looking for. Something a little bit different. Here they're getting prepared to do the ceiling over the master, and you'll see it come in the video on the left. They work down the master, putting in all the ceiling rafters, as well as up and down working on the exterior sheeting, OSB. And this is the back porch of the house. It's our favorite part of the house, as we can sit back there over a covered deck and look at the river down in the bottom. Then we have to prepare the footings for the garage. And this is the part that gets a little more tricky when you're using superior walls. Because all of this, if you're adding to the exterior of the walls, you have to do them after the fact, because there's little ledgers on the superior walls that this footer sits on. This is a picture of the wall on the right as it's been put in. A cinder block wall, a stem wall. And then we're prepping for the concrete pad for the garage. We do like the garage as well. It's a 3-car garage. Plenty of space. And here are the guys as they are pouring the concrete. Once the concrete's poured, it's time for framing. Didn't do any time elapsed here, I just did some shots of it in progress. But the left is the 2-car and the right's the 1-car. It also has a flat roof. This is the back side of the garage with 2 windows in it. The back of the house and a little grilling area covered. We're eventually going to put a patio out back here to also enjoy the outside and be able to grill some burgers without getting rained on. At least that's the idea. And so here is the final views of our house in framing. Hope you enjoyed.